Welcome Pisces to your weekly reading. This is for the 30th of March to the 6th of April. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Pisces, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then look at your possible challenges. Thirdly, messages and advice from Spirit. Your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Pisces, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Now, Pisces, this is extremely good news, because what I see happening for you at the beginning of the week is that with justice coming through, it tells us that balance, harmony, flow, and ease is coming back into your life. So where you have felt a major disruption, and Pisces, as you can imagine, this could be anything. You could be involved in some kind of legal situation. There could be a negotiation going on in your life. Somebody could have treated you very unfairly. You could have had your life turned upside down in some way with a huge argument or having to make a really big life-changing decision. Wherever this energy could have been impacting your life, I do feel that at the beginning of this week, everything comes to a head and there is a resolution. This energy of a major upheaval in some way or another ends and balance is restored. And you know, Pisces, once we have balance back in our lives, it makes the world of difference, especially if we have been living through a topsy-turvy, chaotic period. So a very positive start to the week. Let us move on now and see what your possible challenges are. And Pisces, the message here is very clear. You are being encouraged not to spend too much time on your own or at home just nesting. This is a week you're being asked to get out and about more, to socialize, to make arrangements, call up friends and family you haven't seen for a while, do things you haven't done in a while. This hermit energy is speaking to me, my dear Pisces, of being very comfortable in some kind of a rut. Not that it's a bad rut or it's uncomfortable, but it's same old, same old. And with the Knight of Wands here, the advice is sometimes we have to break out of our own comfort zone, even if it's just spending too much time on our own, too much time at home, and make an effort to get out and about and do things we actually enjoy. Let's see now what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have the Tower and Page of Cups. Now, Pisces, Spirit is telling you that this week you could be hearing news that comes out of the blue that initially is very overwhelming for you. It's something you didn't expect. It's something that makes you feel quite uncomfortable. And for some of you, you might even feel quite disconcerted in some way. Whatever this is that's coming in, it comes in out of the blue. It comes in from somebody you didn't expect. And I do see that some of my Pisces are going to be almost like a cat on a hot tin roof. You just won't know where to put yourself. What I do now, I have been made this exceptional job offer. I love my job. I don't want to leave my job. But this job offer is so good. I can't ignore it. So you can see there is this discomfort that comes in, but it's not bad news. Now, Pisces, of course, this will be personal to you. Your significant other could come home one night and say, you know what, Pisces, I've got a wild idea. Why don't we pack our bags and move to a completely new country where we don't know anybody, we don't know the language, and just start afresh. Just me and you, and see how things go. So it's got that kind of element to it. Spirit is asking you just to be still with it. Don't let the overwhelm make your decision. Let it settle, let it sit, talk about it, get all the information, and then make your decision. Because it could be so rattling, my dear Pisces, you might automatically just say, no, I can't do it. No, it's too much. And your advice from Spirit is, wait before you make a decision. There could be something really interesting coming in. Right, now let us move on and see what your unexpected blessing is. And we have Temperance and the Fool. So we have two major arcana cards coming out here, so we know that this is a big message for you. Now, Temperance is a very interesting card here for me, because what I'm being told is that what actually happens this week with our justice energy coming in, you being encouraged to get out and about and motivate again, and this big, dramatic, exciting news coming in is really something, my dear Pisces, you've actually been waiting for, even though you might not be aware of it. There is an element here of all these messages that what lies at the root of it is something you have actually longed for, something you have dreamt about in some way. Now, it might be coming in a completely different package, and that's why we've got the Tower coming in and this feeling of, no, it's too much, I can't do it. So this is the message of, wait, let the dust settle, see what it's all about, because if you give it a chance, my dearest Pisces, what I'm seeing here is a wonderful new beginning that is actually not far off from what you have been dreaming, wishing, and praying for. It's just coming in a different package. Now, Pisces, a very simple example of this would be is if you have been longing to meet somebody romantically and you have a very clear vision of the person you want to meet. You want to meet somebody that comes from the same city as you, that has a similar background and upbringing to you, and perhaps has a similar education and works in a similar industry. Now, you could meet somebody this week, my dear Pisces, who is the complete opposite of what you thought you would end up with. And yet, there's something there. So this Tower moment is that initial meeting of, I like them, there's something here, but this is not the person I called in. They don't look the way I expected them to look. They're from another country, they speak a foreign language, they've got a completely different education, they work in a completely different field, but yet I like them. That's the uncomfortable feeling. That's why you're being asked to wait. Let the dust settle. There could be an incredible opportunity here for you. At the end of the week, you are presenting as the King of Pentacles. It does not matter if you are masculine or feminine, it's the energy of King of Pentacles I am speaking about. And as King of Pentacles, we understand immediately, Pisces, that you recognize what abundance and prosperity is. No matter what package it comes in, you know what is right for you, even if it's not what you dreamt of exactly. If it holds the essence of it, you see it and you claim it. That cup there that is coming in is not something I feel many of you are going to let slip by. If you give yourself time and space, you will see the value. You will see where it's going to benefit you and how it's going to enrich your life. And you're going to accept it and move forward with it. Pisces, a very big and exciting week ahead. That is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.